Hello, everybody out there. How you doing, Ron? Welcome to the Friday afternoon chat. Out there. How you doing, Ron? Hey, I got that turned down. Get everything brought up here again. Come on. There we go. Hey, Virginia. Good to see you. How are you doing this afternoon, Ron? And try to get my work table all set up here while we're talking so I can see you guys talking to me. Lori Jean, good to see you. How are you doing? Glad you came by. Remember, I think I threw a link up there. Anybody that wants to come up on the panel, just click on that link and it'll bring you right on up here. It'll ask you if it can use your camera, and that's about as easy as it gets. You get to see your friend. Is it a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Hey, Gil, how you doing, my friend? I just got done watching your video a little bit ago. Gunslinger Outdoors, welcome. Glad to see you popped in. Pennsylvania Prepper, nice to see you as well. Did you see that link, Gil? You can come up if you want. If you want, I'll put the fresh one in there. There you guys go. Didn't take him long. He's right in. Hey, buddy.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Will.
Good to see you. Pennsylvania Prepper. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Lori. Hey, Gunslinger. Virginia. Pennsylvania Prepper. Everybody else.
There's a lot out there.
Yeah, a lot of people I know. Hey, guys.
Yep, that's what it's all about, camaraderie. That was a good video you put out, so I thought we'd talk about that today.
Yeah, I got with a couple other people, and as soon as I finish loading the truck here after the live here, I'm just about loaded up, ready to go back to Idaho. I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon working on the chart to expound upon the previous video on life-changing events, SHIT or SHFT, whatever.
Yeah. However those letters go together.
The duffication making contact with the rotary oscillator.
Yep.
And so we're going to get that chart out maybe this afternoon if I'm lucky.
How long does it take you to drive from
hey, if anybody shops at Sam's Club, takes me, depending on with just a truck, no trailer, it takes me 11 and 45 minutes to 12 and a half hours, depending on traffic and construction. However, it's supposed to be snowing when I get up there. It's 30% possibility, so that may slow me down for the last hour or so.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you won't have to go back and forth anymore.
This should be the last trip this year. I'll be staying up there for the winter and to see what it's like for me up there in the winter.
Yeah.
My wife thinks it's going to bother my back and stuff, but hey.
Yeah.
It's a different cold than it is here in California.
You got a nice warm stove, you should be good to go.
Yeah, it's the house is very, very well insulated. I think my daughter keeps it up at 68 to 70 degrees during the wintertime.
Yep.
and the bill for heating the house up there is less than a third for keeping the one here in California at 65.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. You know, it's a big difference. I noticed a big difference in my utility bills when I moved here from Washington State. I lived over by Seattle.
Yeah.
So it was just like a difference between night and day. I mean, even the gas prices, they were like almost $4 a gallon back there when I left. And I got here and it was like $1.69. It's like, holy cow, that's a raise right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I just filled up at Costco, which is usually the cheapest around the Bay Area here, and it was $3.69.9.
Yeah.
And when I left up there, I was getting it for $2.50 a gallon at Sam's Club up there in Idaho.
Yeah, I think it's right at 260 here now. That's still pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot better than the West Coast.
Yeah, someone else said when I posted on Facebook the picture of the gas pump at 250, somebody blew me out of the water and posted theirs was 237.
Hey, Grumpy, how you doing? Good to see you popping in here.
Southern Ohio prepping. Hey.
I've been watching your videos too. When I can. I'm really far behind on everything. Yeah. I'm working on this new video and I'm going to start it today. I see it, try to get it all done in one, but if I can't, I'll split it in half because I don't want to bore everybody and lose them.
Right. Got some comments to make here for the side chat. Lori, yes. There's a good possibility that the house here may lose power for a little bit between Saturday night and Monday morning. PG&E is doing their rolling blackouts again. Pennsylvania Prepper, yes, Lori, check out her video on the bacon pile. Man, that thing was just absolutely potatoes and bacon. Oh, that was absolutely fantastic.
So you're doing okay on the blackouts? I saw on the news this morning they were having some more done.
Yeah, they're not going to hit our county until tomorrow night. We're scheduled for Saturday evening for mainly though it's down in the southern portion of the county is what the places they're listing. But I got the generator out. It's all fueled up. Can of starting fluid there for the boys in case they can't fire it up really quick. I got the adapters for plugging into the 30 amp outlet to run it into the house so they can plug everything into it.
Yeah.
Got a real cool setup on it. Hey, I may shoot a video on that before I leave. Show all the stuff I got for my generator.
I had a generator like that when I was in Washington. I had one that had a special breaker in the breaker box out in the garage so that if the power went out, I could just fire up the generator and plug it in through there. And it would have a email at both ends, and that way I could at least keep the refrigerator and stuff working so that all the food stayed cold and everything. It was a pretty sweet outfit.
Yeah. Oh, I started to say earlier, if anybody has a Sam's Club membership, they just put out today or maybe yesterday the big black cases for your Freedom Sticks. And they still have some really nice, cool, soft-sided scabbards as well for them as well that are got the like the fire hose material on the outside and the imitation sheep wool on the inside. Not bad. The big hard-sided 4-lock case was $99 and it has wheels on it too. So I already got one of those, but when my son wakes up here, I'm going to let him know about it because he's having me pick up a Marlin 4570 when I get up to Idaho for him.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He wants the cowboy version.
Hey, let's do a quick roll call here while I got people in here. I got Ron Neitzel's in here, Virginia H, Lori Jean, Gil, Camp Patton, Family Compound, Gunslinger Outdoors, Virginia H, Pennsylvania prepper. Slinger, I got him. Southern Ohio prepping. Prep for it. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Ms. Genexer Empath. I always mess that one up. As close as I can get, probably. And Lori Jean. So if I missed anybody, I'll try to get you sooner or later. But that's who we have in here for right now. I want to welcome everybody in. If you guys want to come up here with Gil and I will send you a link right now. Feel free just to pop right on up. And you can just jump in with everybody else.
Hey guys, Lori just put up the link to her bacon cheddar potato pie. Guys, check that out. Save it. Go ahead and open it up, say it in a separate link, save it, and watch it afterwards. But it is good stuff.
I'm telling you, she did one the other day too with corn. She made some sort of bread with it. It was made out of corn.
Yep.
Man, that thing looked like it was pretty darn good. So if you guys don't have Lori Jean on your list, make sure you're getting her on your list. Go over there and hit those 3 dots. Say that you're going to come watch those videos because she is a great cook, you guys, and she does MRE reviews too. So from all over the world. So if you're looking for MREs to put away for SHTF situations or whatever, go check her out. That way she'll point you in the right direction for the best ones.
Hey, Brandon. We got Brandon Hirsch in the house now.
Hey, and the old man. I got it right here while you were. I've been waiting on you. I couldn't wait. I had to start without you. Okay, we're about 1:13. I want to try to go into what you were talking about. Say you have to get forced out of your home. You got all this food in your bug out location or your bug in location, and all of a sudden you have to decide that you got to get out and go somewhere else. So tell them about the timeline that you put into that, Gil.
Okay. Basically, the video is trying to give it when things go south. All your plans, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. Kind of explains it. And the other was saying that I quoted in there was, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So you've planned out to have your either bug out location or bug in location. You have all your supplies. You're all ready. And it goes worse than you expected. And suddenly you find yourself having to flee. And you got to think about, you got to have a backup plan because nothing survives contact with the enemy, even if the enemy is a bunch of hungry women and children. You got to have a plan for what you're going to do if you have to leave and wind up abandoning your supplies, whatever you can, or however much of your supplies you can take with you. What got me thinking about it was Monday night's live with Will and the rest of the guys talking about setting up a forward base. Well, this is what happens if you have to bug out of where you were planning to stay. And so you need to think about what sort of place you want to go to, a site B, a site C, a site D. Because if you're planning on staying in your primary location and you got to bug out, your site B maybe somebody else's site A. They may already be there.
Yeah, remember we were doing that in that panel discussion, where we tried to tell everybody that even though you get to your original bug out location, it may be taken, so you have to go to the next one.
Yeah.
And so if that one's taken too, you have to make up your mind what you're going to do. Are you going to try to take it back, or are you going to just keep going? The best thing to do, in my opinion, is just to have multiple bug out locations so you just keep plugging along, making sure they're staying within a reasonable length apart. So
Yeah,
that
one of the things that come with that is networking like we're doing here. If Southern Idaho gets overrun, I got several good contacts up in Northern Idaho that I can call them on the ham radio and stuff, find out if they're in good condition and are willing. Hey, we can just pack up all the trailers and everything else, and we can go up there and help fortify their location, bring our food and stuff. We with our trailers and stuff, just throwing our food supplies on it, we can show up at anybody's location with a year and a half worth of food for ourselves. So we're not going to be a burden on them food wise, and we can help support them defense wise.
yeah.
And the same thing, if somebody up there gets run out, hey, they can come down, and we're okay down in southern and southeastern Idaho. They can come on down where we're at. We got 5 acres. We definitely be putting that all into garden.
I know several preppers that have just trailers like it's almost like a low boy, but they're like 10 or 15 feet long, and they just keep those. They have small sides on them, not real tall side, but tall enough that stuff won't slide around and off of it. But they just keep those on the side of their house or something, just in case they have to bug out, because then they can pile some of their food and stuff that they've been keeping on the side. They can start putting that away onto the trailer and at least take some of it with them instead of leaving it all there for somebody else to find.
Yeah. Well, right now I have a 12-foot trailer, 6-foot wide, 2-axle. I also have a 1-axle cargo container trailer that is 10 foot long, 5 foot wide inside, and I can stand up inside, but I can't. When I walk out, I got to duck to go out the door. And that one I'm going to be setting up here. I'm working with shelving and stuff on it to set that up to keep dry goods that don't have to worry about being frozen, like wheat, sugar, stuff like that. Keep that in there. And then I will have the other one I can just back up to where we keep all our wet goods, our canned goods and stuff, that we can just start pulling that stuff out. Hey there.
Hey, Herdy Maurice, welcome to the panel. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm actually Miss Gen Xer. But I just
that word I can't pronounce.
Yeah, Miss Gen Xer.
Okay.
Yes, I'm new to your channel for like maybe a week or so.
Yeah, well, I've been watching you around. I've been
watching okay.
your videos too, so.
I hope you didn't see the crazy stuff.
Why? It's good to be crazy once in a while.
Yeah, it really is.
Your hat.
I love it.
Are you a veteran then?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
Uh-huh.
What was your LRS?
Uh-huh.
I was a 68 whiskey. I think it used to be 91 or 90. I think it was 98 before I joined the military, but I was a combat medic.
Medic, 68. Good. Hey guys, she's a good person to network with in case there does go up. You want to have someone like her in your group.
That's right.
Yep. I don't know CPR, but I play a nurse on TV, whatever.
Hey, there's a lot of them that do that.
Yeah, I never got a chance to serve because what was going on with my family stuff, but I married into it. My wife was a staff sergeant when I married her.
Okay.
91st Division, drill instructor.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I had to get out due to family issues. I had to leave a little early, but yep, I remember them drill sergeants very well. I still dream about them to this day.
We got Anthony in the house and Uncle Al in the house now.
All right, who's got a phone or a computer on? You got something on? You got something on? Empath?
No, I actually just left my other laptop. Well, I got more than one laptop. I can try to, yeah, I can log in
Just
on my
mute
other
the sound on
laptop.
the other one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
If you have the other stream up on the other one, mute the sound on it.
Yeah, if you have the stream on one and not the other, you need to
No, I don't.
mute something.
No, I don't have my laptop on.
Okay.
I just thought you were like asking, like, for me
No,
to add the laptop.
we're trying to figure
No,
out where
I
that.
left the laptop somewhere last night, this morning, and I was gonna log on to my other one. I thought that maybe I needed
No, we're
to,
just
but-
looking for the echo.
Oh, okay. They did say to use earbuds. Let me see if you can hear me when I plug my earbuds in. Cause
Okay, we may have lost the sound on the earbuds.
Earbuds are not working.
dollar store
Yeah, I know
earbuds.
Yeah, sometimes when I plug my headset in, it thinks it's a microphone, and I got to do it twice or something and redo it. So, yeah.
I wonder,
Hey,
maybe,
Tibor.
I wonder if I use my headphones. Let me
Hey,
see.
kid, how you doing? Hey, Anthony.
Let me see if this works.
Hi, Josh.
First time I got on here,
Oh no,
it took us a half hour to get my mic to work.
I can't even hear anything.
Kid.
I don't hear anything.
We can hear you talking.
Yeah, we can hear you talking. I'm just
Yeah.
calling out to people coming in.
Okay, so let's see who else.
I have a teenager. He keeps ruining my earbuds and my headphones. So.
Oh, I hear you. I got one of those too.
Good. Hey, how you doing?
Your stuff's always better than theirs.
Maybe if I like talk from a distance, is there still an echo?
No,
Let's
that's
see.
much better. Yeah.
Is there an echo there? I don't hear it.
Now we got it back again.
Usually
Okay.
what's happening is we're picking up our voices echoing in there.
Oh, okay.
So it's echoing out your speakers and coming back in your microphone.
Oh yeah, I got it all the way up high. Okay.
Okay.
And this is one of the things you got to practice with for preparedness as well. Communications. Like right now we have, like when I first got on here, I had bad time. Will can remember that. It took us nearly a half hour to get my microphone to work. And actually it didn't work until Anthony came in there, and then I started working. My camera's bouncing around here. There we go. So, yeah, with emergency preparedness stuff, something is always going to go wrong, and so you just got to plan. Okay, so back to what you wanted to talk about, Will. In case you have to vacate your primary location, it always works out great if you can have several people you've networked with, and you guys can be backups for each other to, in case one person gets overrun, they can go join you at another place. Basically, where I'm living in Idaho, the square mileage of a town is 1/4 of a square mile. The city is that small. It's like 5 blocks this way and 5 blocks that way, and that's the city.
That's where you're
And
going.
it's a bedroom community, but everybody knows just about everybody. And we got some deputy sheriffs that live there, and we got some good old farmers and stuff. A lot of hunters. There are 4 roads into the town. 2 of them cross the railroad tracks to Highway 91.
So
we can
which
shut
side of the
those
tracks
off.
are you on?
Huh?
Which side of the tracks are you on? The good side or the bad side?
Well, I consider it the good side because we're away from the highway. So we're on the other side of the highway from the on the railroad tracks. So we can block it off at the railroad tracks, and nobody on the highway can get into our town. The
Is
other
it a
side,
dry town?
huh?
Is it a dry town?
What do you mean dry?
No alcohol?
No, there's alcohol sales in Idaho. It's not like it's not as bad as Utah, where you have to go to the state store to purchase your alcohol. But
Okay.
yeah, it's. But on the other side, where those roads go on out farther east. Farther east, there's a small town called Goshen, and then you're up against the Teton Mountains. So yeah, we can secure our town if we need to, really easy. And with the number of people we have there that are hunters and law enforcement, we can secure that town pretty good.
They have a lot of hunters
Well,
there.
5 blocks, yeah. I
Yep.
can secure 5 blocks by myself.
Where are you from, Impact? What state?
Town.
What state?
5 blocks, I can secure myself. That's a nice little town. Everybody knows
Yep.
each other. That's great.
That would be the perfect town. Yep. What state do you hail from?
I'm in Texas, the country state. Okay, Texas is a whole country by itself.
All my exes live in Texas.
Okay, mine too. I think.
I got my sister's down in Texas. My cousin, her son and his family, and a bunch of others are all down there. But Texas is nice, but I don't like the red ants and the killer bees that are making their way into Texas.
What's making their way? What's making their way to Texas?
The African bees.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, my TV is in storage. I haven't watched TV in at home in at least a year, so I don't know. They could come and sting me right now. My windows open, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, they've been making the inroads into South Texas.
Okay.
But,
well, I'm kind of southeast, more east. So they'll get me later, I guess.
The Texas Department of Health is working really hard on eradicating them, which is good.
Yeah.
But the thing about Texas is the only state that had written into part of its agreement to become part of the United States. They can succeed anytime they want.
They
legally.
Succeed from the Republic, yep.
Who can succeed?
Texas.
The state of Texas is the only state that has. The state of Texas is the only state in the union that has written into part of their agreement as becoming part of the United States that they can withdraw it anytime they want.
Yeah, that's gonna. Sometimes that'd be a good thing to me.
Yeah, yep. Something I had no idea. I don't know a lot of things. I mean, I don't know a lot of
now.
Yeah.
Ask me about psychology, but normal things, I don't know. I stay in this little room. I'm in the living room right now. This is where I stay, the living room. I usually have 2 laptops in here, and the kitchen is over there, and my 2 bedrooms in the back, but no TV, and I'm in the living room. This is where my TV is usually.
How come you don't have a TV? Is that by choice?
Well, actually, I was gonna move back in May. I was gonna move back in May, and I had somebody help me move. I live on the 3rd floor, so I had somebody help me move all of my stuff out of here back in May. And yeah, I could not find a place in that little small town that I was gonna move to. And by the time my time ran out, the person who had help me move the stuff out was not available to help me move things back in. So everything is in storage still. I
You
sleep
got
on the
a
cot like I'm still.
You got a teenager. Make him move it back in there.
And my son, he just came. My son, my teenager, he's 19 actually, a grown teenager. So he came here like 3 weeks ago, and so I've been like on my own for too long. And he came like 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, hell to the frick no! What are you doing? You got to do something with yourself. What do you? No, it's just like it's kind of difficult. Like going from being by yourself all these years, all this time, and then being a parent again. But I mean, parenting never ends.
For sure.
So, but
All right,
my TV is in storage.
We got Budget Bushcraft and RV Life just popped in.
Corsair's here too. Hey, Steve.
Yep.
Hey, BK. How you doing? Good to see you. So where were we at?
We were
You were
talking
talking about
Are you a
Honda is in storage. I went on a rant
survivalist?
about my TV being in storage. But yeah, we don't watch TV because, and I don't know.
Have that boy go get that TV for you.
He could.
He's 19. He can do that.
Yes, he could go, but he's afraid. He seems afraid to catch the bus. I don't have my vehicle anymore, and he is afraid to use public transportation. So he says. I don't know, but see, that's why I don't keep much furniture at home anyway, because I always have to do everything by myself.
Yeah, I mean, right now myself, we got the internet, we got cable TV and everything else. The only on TV is my favorite NCIS and whenever the boys put something on one of their Marvel ones or the DC ones like the Flash or the Arrow or something like that, I might sit in there and watch it with them, but I don't watch that much TV anymore. It's we just use it to watch the movie DVDs we buy.
Yeah, I got one of those TVs that have Roku built into it, so I got all those apps that you can watch. Like History Channel, that stuff.
And actually, for us, for me at least, this is kind of like I'll watch the news feeds specifically on my laptop or whatever, so I can see what's going on in the world. But generally, I've weaned myself off of all the TV shows I used to watch. I'm just down to, like I said, one main one. But this is more like getting ready for a SHTF or a Tawaki situation, where stuff's going to go down anyways. But anyone out there, if you don't have it yet, get your ham radio license. That way, once something happens and all the networks go down, you have a way of communicating. I got my FCC general license for ham radio here. So I got it. If I can do it, you guys can do it. It's not that hard.
Your license?
$15.
What was that? Your license for what?
$15.
Yeah. This is the license for ham radio, amateur radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this says that I am I don't know if I can get up here where you can see it here. I got the general class, which is the middle class. The beginning is the first level is technician, general, and then extra. But I haven't, bothered with that yet. It's like, hey, Steve at Corsair Trainer's got his license too. He just mentioned it in the side chat.
Yep.
So
cool. Congrats on that.
And there's plenty
That's
of
a good one.
If
there's
all hell
plenty of
breaks
online
loose,
help to help you study for the test. It's not that hard. The technician is, you got to answer 35 questions. The pool of questions is out there, so you can look at the entire pool. I think there's like 200 questions in the pool, but they only take 35 of them. So it's not that hard to study
yeah,
for.
you can take the test online over and over and over again.
Yeah, you can practice it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
a
get-
plus.
until you get it right, and then you just go take the test. The test
That's a plus. That sounds like the pharmacy tech program, even though I did it on the first go around, and how they do it in the Army. You can keep on testing for certain things.
Yep, it's like a cheat
And
sheet.
what's really neat about ham radio is the original social network.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you're talking to hundreds of people across this country and around the world.
If you don't get your ham radio license, go out and buy you a CB radio. That's another
Oh
way of
yeah, my uncle
communication.
used to have one. Yeah, my uncle had one, and every time I used the phone, this was back when I was like 12 years old. Every time I used the phone, everybody was like, "What's wrong? Are you at the police station?" Because he had the CB radio, and he had everything hooked up at the house. And every time I used the phone, everybody could hear everything the police and record drivers were saying because he was a record driver.
Yeah, you should, like Southern Ohio Prepping says, even if you don't have a license yet, get a radio and listen. You can just listen to everything that's going out there. You can learn how people talk, how it goes, so that when you do get your license, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Anthony's going out his
The Baofeng handheld radios, they all have all those frequencies on there that you need a license for. So all you gotta do is get one and listen to them, and you can listen to those guys. Some of those guys talk from all around the world, and you can pick it up with your radio.
Yeah.
So if you get your license, then you'd be official to talk on it. But otherwise, all you can do is just listen.
Yeah, you can listen all you want, and they actually have a computer program that'll if you set the scan, like either the 440 frequencies or the 2 meter frequencies or the 6 meter frequencies, and it'll scan and it'll show it has a display on the screen that shows you where the talking's at. So you can scan over to that and you can just listen into it, so you know where the information's being transmitted. So you just listen to them.
You got a call sign, old man? Is that what you're trying to tell us? What's your call sign, old man?
You put it out there. N7VRX.
N7DRX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm KF6DMR.
I have a friend. He's in Illinois. He's really big into hams. He used to have he still has it. Walker Outdoors, and he used to be all outdoors. Now he's into ham radios. So he started out just by getting his general license, and now he's all the way up to the top of the class.
Yeah, extra. Yeah, and
Corsair,
there's plenty of
Corsair,
plenty of,
JK6, JBJ.
Yeah, there's plenty of organizations out there that support ham radio. Most of your CERT programs have some sort of ham radio program with them. Also, the Salvation Army, really big in supporting ham radio. Around here in California, they do a lot of free classes to help you get your license, and they give you support afterwards too. And there's a lot of clubs out, like where I'm at. There's the Martinez Amateur Radio Club, the Mount Diablo Amateur Radio Club, the Pleasant Hill Amateur Radio Club. There's a lot of them right around here.
I think I heard on the news or Reddit or something that California is going to quit their ham radio thing.
No, not California. The state
California
is withdrawing. The state government is withdrawing. The rest of all the ham radio operators, all the repeaters that are not state-owned, which is 99.9% of them, are still functioning. And basically, a lot of the clubs and stuff gave Lieutenant Gavin Nuisance the one-finger salute. And they say, hey, we're still going to do it.
So the federal
Okay,
government
that's
got out
what
of
I'm
it,
saying.
whatever, keep the repeaters and stuff.
Federal government's still pushing it. And supporting it. Homeland Security, FEMA is still pushing ham radio. It's just that Nuisance is trying to sever any way that people can communicate around with each other outside of a way that the far left wingnets can control.
That's so they don't want people talking to each other when all hell breaks loose, huh?
Yeah, they want to be able to control the news media. They want to be able to control Facebook. They want to be able to control what's going out there, and so that's why Nuisance is cutting ham radio off from the state. But he doesn't realize that people are still going to do it, and no matter what he says, because most of them don't believe what he says anyways, and they're just going to go ahead and keep their ham radios and keep doing it. And so there will still be, if they do something stupid, there will still be a flow of information that they cannot control.
I think I'm going to get my ham radio license. My buddy's been after me for a couple months.
Yeah.
He said if I got the license, he'd send me my beginner radio.
Yeah, Corsair Trainer says Sheriff's Department, Fire Departments use ham radio as their backup system too. Nuisance is trying to stop that, but there are a lot of the departments just telling you, screw you. This is a federal thing, not a state thing. You can't tell us not to use it.
Well, there's going to be a ton of people that use ham radios anyway.
Yeah, but there's a lot of agencies that are using it. They're just telling Governor Nuisance, hey, screw you. We're not going to listen to you.
Well, in Washington, that's what Search and Rescue uses is ham radio.
Yeah,
to
same here.
Communicate between their rescuers and stuff.
Between the
rescue teams and their control.
Oh, okay.
So, if anybody's interested in neat stuff, with your local governmental authority for the CERT, C-E-R-T team, it's Community Emergency Response Team. It's really cool, really good. It's a 20-hour course. They don't teach you ham radio, but for the part of the main course. But I know, like the CERT programs around here, they have once you have completed your 20-hour CERT course, they have extra training you can do, and ham radio is some of the extra training that they do around here. But they teach you how to use the FRS radios and stuff as well.
Then I'd have nothing. Then I'd have no time for myself.
I hate to say, but I have to say, as a combat medic, you do not, in my opinion, you do not want to be out there with the soldiers of today. Because I'm saying this because we were talking about CPR. Okay, let me tell you how they trained me in CPR in the Army. Okay, they had us go to a class for maybe 3 days out of 1 week, and we were not supervised by someone who really knows their stuff. And it was like they counted the hours that we were there more than they counted what we learned. And so if the way it is in the military, you can go and do some shit and not even know what the hell you're doing, and they can have you messing around with patients and Truly. Like they certified me in CPR, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Weren't you supposed to be able to pick
Yeah.
some of that up,
Well,
like
what's great is,
through the books?
yeah. But if you like now that you're out, if you go join your local CERT team, part of their training is they'll train you in triage, mass casualty incidences. They'll also arrange where you can actually take the full-blown CPR course, the 2-day course, and if you get involved with you can check with the Boy Scouts. They have what's called Wilderness First Aid, which is an additional 2.5 days of first aid training that is really good. You don't have to be a scout to do it, but they prefer that you be an adult volunteer with scouting. But you can do it with them, and it is a great course. But I just found something here on my desk going through it. This is the tech book for ham radio. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So these are out there. You can find these around a lot. But the questions change. The questions that are listed in the back of it here become a pool of questions for free off the internet.
I think all the questions are on the program on the internet. I think they have them.
All the questions you can go and look up for
I used to
technician
have the web
class.
address. I used to have the web address for it. I still do somewhere.
Just Google it. Just Google it. There's about 5 or 6 different companies out there that put out all the questions. They're the official questions. You can download it as a Word document and print it off, or just download it and keep it on your computer.
Yep.
When I taught the class for the Boy Scouts, I would download the latest question pool, and it'll tell you what the correct answer is. The multiple choice answers will tell you what the correct answer is. So I just deleted all the wrong answers. So it shortened it from like 10 pages down to 3 pages, and then I just I gave it to the scouts, printed it off, gave it to the scouts. I told them, don't try to memorize it. Just read through it once a night. Every night, read through it. Just read. Don't try to memorize it.
Just read it, yep, over and over and over again. Yep.
They'll kind of subconsciously associate the question with the answer. And then when they actually read the pool of questions, they go, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, there's the answer. I recognize that answer. And
Exactly.
I had boys.
You recognize the answer. Exactly. You recognize the answer, but you don't know the answer or why it's the answer. Exactly. That's how it is.
But with our class, what we did is we ran it for 3 Saturdays, and we had PowerPoint presentation and video presentation on what the answers meant, what they were actually about, and everything. But we had them study the answers to the questions at home on their own time. But on Saturdays, they'd come in, and we'd run it for 8 hours, run them through the class, and teach them all about it, about the ionosphere and the bouncing and the propagation of signals and all that fun stuff. But they
so much fun.
we had a good success rate on these young boys getting their ham radio license. And then we would get them involved with the SHARE program, which is the Scout Ham Amateur Radio Experience. And they would keep up their, and learn actually how to do fun stuff on the radio. Yeah. Hey, Steve, Corsair Trainers, you said $40 for a Bofang. Actually,
I think they're around $40 on Amazon.
Yeah, that's what he
have like 4 or 5 bands on them.
Well, you can get a 10-pack of the 220, which is the least popular frequency of it, for $100. So you can get 10 radios on the 220 frequency bands. Hardly anybody uses that, but if you have a group that you want to communicate, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Else be on it.
Yeah, because nobody else would be on it but you. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get $40 for the 2-meter 440 radio, which are the two most popular frequencies.
I think at
And
Walmart they have something like that.
yeah, it's
too.
great.
I think at Walmart they have something like that too.
So
If you go back, they have like a four pack of them that have the lower frequencies on them, and that's really all you need, you know.
Yeah, there's
That'll be good for you.
I know most of the radios like at Walmart, Home Depot, and stuff are the FRS, the Family Radio Service, and the GMRS, the General Mobile Radio Service. The General Mobile Radio Service requires a license. All you got to do is just pay the fee to get the license. You don't have to take a test for it. But yeah. Hey, Reed's in here. Hey, Reed.
Oh man's gonna be
It's-
starting that escort service, you guys. I think your wife will have something to say about that, old man.
Something is making me.
Reed. I just recommended you to Heath at Red Poppy Ranch. He's looking at putting in some windmill to help power his battery system up there in the mountains. He's on solar, and he had problems with the clouds and stuff not getting full charge. So he may be contacting you. Don't know if he will or won't, but I recommended you as someone with a little bit of experience with electricity and 12-volt systems. So he's a plumber that's gone totally off grid.
We're gonna start calling Reed the mad scientist.
Yeah,
Reed's gonna be called.
he's just not to read it. Manifestation of Imagination. Check him out.
He's already above my pay grade on his videos.
Yeah, I watched a couple of Reed's last videos. I had to watch them 3 times because my head was hurting trying to get understand everything he was saying. He's so good. He gives out so much good
I have
information.
to go back. That's with me. I have to go back 2 or 3 times to get it all.
Yeah.
There you go,
But,
Doc
yeah.
Brown from Back in the Future. Yep.
All right, Reed. For Halloween, you have to get a Doc Brown costume for Halloween and put out a video on Halloween.
You see him in that Doc Brown suit with 2 electrodes pulling them together, you know.
Yeah. Oh, old man. 50 degrees and raining hard, huh?
I don't think he's running hard.
Raining, not running, raining.
Raining hard, yeah. I can believe that from where he lives. Been there.
Back up here.
You got cold there. What are you talking about? Hey, Killer Will, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Good to see you.
Where's everybody at?
It's party time.
Link back up there again.
Yeah, I cannot see the chat at all. I don't know how to access the chat.
It should be if you should be able to see it to the right of your window.
I got the phone sitting up propped up on my second laptop. And I don't know how to. Let me see. I see you two, and I see me at the bottom, and then there's a big old blank space at the whole.
Maybe we can get Reed to come up here.
Usually what I do is I'll have two screens. I'll have the actual YouTube channel up on one, and I'll have it muted so I can see so I can interact on the chat. Like I just went over there and I posted the StreamYard link again on that one, and on my other one right in front of me, I have the StreamYard screen. That way I can see what's going on in the other chat there a little bit better detail.
I have my laptop right here, but then I have my phone where I can see the chat.
And this is my second. I had an adventure last night, and I left my laptop, and this is my number 2 laptop that I have right here. And
Adventure.
yeah.
Is that anything you want to talk about or not?
Can we talk about it here?
Anything you want? We're all adults in here.
Oh my goodness, can we talk about it here? I don't know. I reconnected with an ex yesterday, and so I don't know. So yeah, that adventure, it wasn't mountain climbing or camping out or nothing like that. I'm gonna log in on this second laptop right quick.
Hey Reed, hit that link. Hit that link up there, Reed.
Hey, I got it open, but this is my old laptop though that I got open right now. This is the old laptop.
Oh.
The old one. See, it's kind of thick right here. Kind of thick over there. Where is that darn thing? Oh. Yeah, I wish that I could have this type of thing in my own lives, because I really don't have much to talk about, and I need people to talk about some things and people to talk to. And like, if nobody really wants to be in the chat, then at least there's
Well, if you don't get in the discussion, you never learn. Right?
Yeah.
Reed's not going to come up here. He said he's at work.
I'm trying to. Can't show at work, so no cameras. Sucks. I mean, that's Scott from a Hidden Valley home on chat on his phone, but he's 500 feet up in the air in a crane, one of the big construction cranes up building buildings, and so he listens in on stuff from up there when he has a chance. He'll comment, but sometimes you just can't do things at work. And sorry, guys, but hey, I feel lucky. I am retired. Yeah.
Okay, me too.
Hey, Trish.
But in a different way. Yes, retirement is so grand at times, but I'm sure you're tired in the best way. I'm retired like in a different way.
We're blinking. We're blinking here.
Oh.
Right. Hang on here.
Yeah, we're going on.
Blinking.
Yeah. I'm freezing. I need to move inside, so I'm in the
Well, we're at our time
closer
anyway.
to the Wi-Fi.
We're at our time anyway, you guys.
Time limit.
What?
All right.
Oh, we can only do an hour or what?
I only do out an hour on Fridays. I do
Oh,
so
a
many-
certain amount of time.
I do so many hours all week long that by Friday I'm all
I
done
think-
out.
Well, can you leave me
All
a
right.
comment so I can can you leave me a comment so I can connect with you on my channels? I have four channels. I want to connect with both of y'all on all my channels.
I will
So
come over.
please leave me a comment.
I will come over and leave a comment on your channel for you.
I think you have, but if you have not, leave me another one.
All right, I will.
All right. Hey, much love. Nice
You be
being
good,
here.
girl.
I loved it. All
be
right.
good. All right.
I
Bye.
will. All right.